It's about
I'm gonna pull the whole thing down. I'm gonna bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gonna be biblical.
Hello, everyone. Here we are again, Friday Deeper Dives. Welcome to Patriots Across the Pond and Frens with Jason Q. Coming into the July the 4th weekend, everyone's getting very excited. And Jason, this is our episode 17.
17.
Yes. How are you, sir?
Splendid. How about yourself?
Yeah, very good. Very good. It's Elisa was just asking you before we came on about the weather. It's we've had some mad weather, haven't we? But it's getting hot and hotter.
Yep.
Everything's
That's
hot
okay. But that's okay. The earth is healing. The world is healing. And, well, unlikely people are bringing other people down. Did anybody happen to catch the name of the woman that wore a wire to bring Newsom's wife and everybody down?
I can't. I saw the story. I can't remember her name.
Her last name is Podesta.
Oh yes,
and that came out today.
Really?
So, yeah. So what if that's the 11-3? 11-3 started 11-4 action. What's tomorrow, right? Because there's something really weird about this. Why did they hold the Ayatollah's funeral 131 days after he died?
that is interesting.
Is it? Going to post 131.
Yeah, I am, because I've been hearing a lot of people mention post 131 lately.
Yep. And don't forget 1835, because that's another 17, August 10th. We're under heavy attack, ABC, in Killbox no control, trip road compromised, number 131 last. Trip update coming. But trip update coming is in bold, right? And post 1835.
Hang on.
Yeah, you want to just take out the number sign. If you just put like the number, like 131, and it'll bring up both.
Oh really? Oh really? What?
Yeah.
131 and
Yep.
1834.
No. You just put in 131. That's it.
No number.
Number 131.
Oh, yeah, I see.
But that last sentence, trip update coming. Remember, It's an excursion. We went on an excursion, a trip. So what update is coming to this trip? Who's last again? Starting to see it. Because also, you have POTUS NatSec e-briefing 3:02 a.m. Please stand by. Well, that's on November 10th. right? So now we go to if we go like to November 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and like all the 11/3s, 11/11 ends on July 11th, which was in 1933, the day that they created the IRS. Because everybody thinks it was formed in 1913. No, that's the Bureau of Internal Revenue. That wasn't the Internal Revenue Service.
Right.
Two separate entities. One entity went away, the other one slid right in. Sleight of hand.
So what is happening over this weekend? What is the, because you're going live a couple of times, aren't you?
Yeah, it's 4th of July, man. A lot of shit.
Yeah, but
a lot of booms.
Yeah, but no, what I mean is, what is, not what we're hoping to see, but what is actually put out there for the public? There's going to be air displays and stuff. And
oh, yeah. Massive. Massive. But he said, the fireworks are going to be 10 times larger. Where? Here? Or there? Because it is a boom week. So, and you have all these solar storms finally hitting after leaving the sun on June 30th. Now they're all starting to hit today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday. Could be a suicide weekend, too. They all just go away. Like all the NPCs and everything. I mean, who knows? But yeah, I mean, they have they have a lot. Today is the 6th year exactly from Trump going to Mount Rushmore. And he's going to be there again today. No drone zone. Again. Exactly 6 years. This whole 7-2 to 7-5 is the key point in time. Because yesterday on 7/2/1979, that's when Bibi decided to pull shit and start that Jerusalem International Conference on Terrorism. Right? So then we heard all the stuff about Beirut, and how they're like, we have a great memory of Beirut. Well, why is Beirut so big? Because if Beirut didn't happen, you wouldn't have had the Washington Conference on International Terrorism the following year in 1984. But who were the terrorists during the Beirut bombing? Israel. It's always them. Mm-hmm. They're founded on terrorism. They're nothing but terrorists. They all have to go. It's in their blood. It's not our fault. They didn't hold the covenant for fucking 2,000 years, and all they did was just kill a bunch of Christians. I mean, nobody's talking about like the 80 million Christians that was killed, prior to World War II, World War I, World War II, right there. But they're screaming about 6 million invisible people, and they still have all these lies coming out now that people are making money off this, and even their own kids are calling them out. The whole thing's a fraud.
That's what happens when you own all the news media, isn't it? You can put whatever stories out there you like. However, I was talking to people 3 or 4 years ago, Israel. No idea. When you talk about Israel now, you talk to people down the gym. Everyone's looking at this now, even though people don't want to open their mouths about it.
Yeah. They had everybody brainwashed that the Palestinians were bad.
Hey, check out the link for the Freedom 250, what it says. I'll let everybody do it too here. Call the ball, huh? But read the link. 4/10/20, lights on, green for go. Where we go one, we go all. On a White House Gov link.
Where does that say that?
It's right at the top. At the hyperlink. WhiteHouse.gov, 4/10/20, lights on for green for gold, where we go one, we go all.
Oh, yes.
Right there.
Oh, wow.
So what's coming at 3:02 a.m.?
Do
you think that's tonight or tomorrow?
Fuck yeah. It's this weekend.
Yeah.
If we want our freedom, no, all these Jews got to go. That's it. Because now the whole world, if you want the world to heal, they got to go bye-bye. That's it.
Well, I mean, look, for what? 3 years, people have come to see, it was a very different world a couple of years ago when it came to Israel and them always being the victim. And now, and the young people see it clearer than anybody. They're able to see it totally clearly who the oppressor is.
Big time.
So,
and it's not just a pressure on past, it's a pressure on everyone, but this was a time to like, hey, do you have compassion towards people or not? If you don't have compassion towards these people, it's like, if you don't have some sense of, hey, what the hell is going on, then you don't have a soul. I mean, if you don't feel some kind of compassion for just virtual, like not even virtual, like complete villages and towns and cities getting wiped out because there was a Hamas, there was a Hezbollah tunnel there. It's like, get out of here. If your military can't follow simple directions and not go into other people's land, then you don't need to be a country. Because once you step foot in somebody else's land, you can't say, we're building a buffer zone for the people in the north. Well, your buffer zone tends to be in Lebanon or Syria. You can't have a buffer zone inside of somebody else's country. You're stealing their sovereignty. But, they scream, we're sovereign. No, they're not. They're all, just wipe all of them out. Do us all a favor, wipe them out off the face of the earth. That's the only way we're going to have peace is if every Jew on the whole planet is gone. Every one of them. They had 2,000 years to uphold this covenant. They didn't. All they did was keep on sacrificing babies. And people say, that person wouldn't do that. Bullshit. After watching that Oprah episode with, she could be a teen mom. But she's over there sacrificing babies to Moloch, behind the curtains. No. They all got to go. That's their religion. They wanted their rapture. They're getting it.
Hey, let me ask you, historically and factually, do you think because I would venture to say that most people have no clue about the Balfour Agreement in 1917. Do you think that stuff's going to start getting much more attention because it was illegally settled? I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was all England. England selling, because they were so far in. Every time England goes in debt, they're like, we're just going to sell this colony. Oh, we're going to give you this. Just like after World War I, mandatory Palestine, Israel. After World War II, what happened over in India? Right? The British mandate over in India. And then they're like, we'll give it to the communists over there. Awesome job. Because the same ones that got it over in India are the same ones that were financing everything. It's all the Jews. It's all under Judaism. Anything that could destroy any bit of Christ, they will completely back. That's why they brought all the Muslims in here. They brought every other religion. But then if you say, hey, we want to bring the white farmers over from South Africa. Nah, we can't do that. Why not? Because if you have too many white people together, something happens and something shifts and everybody's like, wait, we found the problem. And they're masked looking like us. But there's always that nose. There's always that look that they have, that they're genetically not right. And it's because their whole existence has been sacrificing babies. I mean, ever since they're kids, they're all in on it. They can't say, if they can't. Their Torah. The Torah isn't. It's just the preface to the Talmud. That's all it is. That's if their religion believes that, hey, you have to sacrifice so many people in order for our Messiah to come back. Well, that's not a very good religion at all. Because all Christians are killing. But then they sit here and like, in the Bible, it's like, why don't they bust that out too? That would be a good one if they said, hey, they need to just come and say, hey, the Bible's been completely fucking bastardized. That's it.
Is there any people out there that claim to be Jewish? There's good people in all these things that are stuck in them up that actually
there are no good Jews.
Do not follow either of these books.
If you're Jewish, that's in your that's your Torah Talmud. That's your That's what gave you your structure. So I'm not. I don't want to hear people saying, "Oh, well, there's some." No. You know what? All throughout history, we were told what the problem is. It's not Zionist. It's not, a couple of these people over there doing that. Oh, it's BB. No, it's the whole lot of them. It's all of them. I mean, why are people so worried about getting rid of fucking 20 million people? I mean, honestly, they got rid of 66 million Christians after World War I, and they were fucking crucifying the women and shit like that. It's like, well, fuck, if we get rid of 20 million of them right now, we could have complete world peace. Fuck, do it. Fucking hit the button. We need that. But my compassion is one thing for all of them.
I just have a question. I don't want to have a fight. But the thing is, you know how there's awake people and asleep people? And I just think that there are people that are completely asleep.
Not them.
But listen, I live in New York, and if you listen, you go into some of these neighborhoods where it's the highly Orthodox and it's the Hasidim, they are completely separate, and I don't know what the hell they're doing. You can't, if you're part of the fire department, you can't go into, if they have a fire, they have their own fire departments. It's a very strange vibe.
Dump napalm on them.
What?
Dump napalm on them.
So. And those are the ones that were caught doing all the, all the stuff with the kids. So what I'm saying is, though, I venture to say that there is a handful group of people that have no clue about this aspect of the.
I think that's got to be true.
I'm not. I'm done. I'm done saying, oh, there's a handful, and then those handful are like this, and then they turn into these, and then they breed like rabbits. You can't have any of them. We're at the point right now where Martin Luther, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Jesus Christ. I mean, how many other people do we need? Henry Ford, all the way throughout history, say the Jews are the problem. The Jews are the problem. And now we're hearing people like, oh, well, that's where the emotion clouds judgment. It's like, no, they all got to fucking go. They all deserve wood chippers, down to their hatchlings, down to their underlings. Just throw them all in wood chippers, get rid of all 20, 30 million of them, and say, fuck it, sayonara, bye-bye, adios. Because all of them were in on trying to kill us. They were all in on subverting America. And then we found a video, and I'll try to pull it up, and it's these fucking kikes over in Greece that are, they're over there welcoming fucking jigs from fucking Africa. They're like, oh, they're giving them hugs and everything like that. Nah, all of them got to be wiped out. Smite them all, God, smite them all. Because not one of them, they could say, oh, they didn't know. It's like, they're Jews, they know. They're not stupid people. They know what they're doing. They know what they've been doing. They lie all the time. If they say, oh, I didn't know. It's like, fucking, we know your whole background. Like, you guys swing a fucking chicken over your heads to get rid of all your sins. I mean, that number one, now you see why Adolf Hitler put all those animal rights acts in, why he was the first one, because of the chicken swinging. So, all my sins, no wonder why the military took Judaism, Latter-day Saints, and all these other fictitious religions off the list of recognized religions in the military. Because they're all bastardized versions. They don't believe in.
Well, I would agree with that all this stuff is bastardized. I mean, let me ask you a question.
Well, you can't say all the stuff is bastardized because then you're clumping in Christianity that is like, if you think about it, yeah, there's some Christians that are like kind of fucked up, but they're crypto Christians because they're fucking hating Jews. They're Zionists. But the thing is, if you live your life like a good, decent human being, then you're living your life like Christ. That's exactly how you're living your life. But if you're a Jew and you outspokenly say, oh, yeah, we're atheists, it's like, but God gave you that land. Let's revisit that.
So let me ask you, where does the Vatican and the Catholic Church fit into this evil.
Oh,
We know what they've done.
Oh, well, yeah, but they're going away too.
Yeah.
But my concentration is on the fucking Jews, because if you get rid of the fucking Jews, everything gets right in the world. We've been warned over and 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 over again about them, and still everybody's like, well, no, all of them. This is why we need men making this decision, because women will sit, and I'm not saying this about you, but there are women out there like, oh no, we don't need compassion. Like in, what was it? What was it? It was in Europe. When that fucking ape was sitting there jerking off in front of all those kids on a beach, and all those dudes are beating on him, and then a woman comes over and trying to shield him. It's like, see, that's the problem with the world. Right there is liberal white women. You take them.
I would agree. Yeah, that's
you can throw them with the Jews too.
Yeah, but
I just made that post there actually.
Yeah, right there. I mean,
yeah. Lots of exceptions in both camps, but the Marxist media does try to make the public generally hate the top 2% while ignoring and excusing the problems caused by the bottom 2%. In Italy, a crowd was roughing up this black man who was caught exposing his dick to children in public. This brainwashed woman intervened to protect him. Suicidal empathy was planted in the people, just like Fauci helped plant AIDS in Africa. True famine that was.
I mean,
I don't know if that's because she's a woman or she's just a fucking asshole. There could very well be that.
Oh, I wouldn't say just because she's a woman, no, but liberal white women are, we've seen so many videos.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that to a large extent. They're the ones saying, I'll just get, 10 abortions because I didn't practice birth control. I agree with you.
Or how about the women say, what was it? What would you rather be in an elevator with, a bear or a man? Remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what? It's like, a bear's not going to molest me. No, a bear's just going to fucking maul you apart.
Yeah.
But hey, here, let me hit the button for you. After you.
Now, just this comes to mind. You're talking about these baying women. I saw a video 2 or 3 years ago. I've got it saved on hard drive somewhere. I've been searching for it lately. I can't find it. Do you remember that woman that was standing there? Now, the crowd of women around her, and she was saying, if I got a baby inside me, I'd just rip that little bastard out.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? And they were,
yeah. Well, those women are just
insane.
They're just insane.
But it's the university.
But they get the attention. But the thing is that, like what that thing just said, that's what they put out there to define who all the women, are. And it's not true. It's just that there is this group of them that are such retards.
Feminists.
Well, under the guise of that, because if you were really a feminist, like the feminists in years ago, they were anti-abortion. They felt like that was the suffragette.
Oh no! Whoa! Oh no! The feminists way back. The feminists are the ones that started abortion. All the Jew feminists. Oh, they started abortion. They started the whole the orphan trains and all that. And it's like, and they're all Jew broads that did it. We went through a lot of them, and one of them was actually married. That Alice Lewinson was actually married to a Crowley, and they went to Egypt. And I'm like, wait a second, wait, which Crowley is this? It's like, why is there a Crowley here? But they're like, oh, but there's no relation to Aleister Crowley. It's like, yeah, because 2 Crowleys just happened to go on missions in Africa to do spellcasting, right? And it's like. And this was before Aleister Crowley.
So his lineage?
Alice. It's like, what? Alice? Really? It's like... And it started with the whole... In New York with the Children's Aid.
Yeah.
And all that. And how they were... they're doing the same thing that they're doing down in Venezuela. Swiping kids and shipping them out west on the orphan trains. And saying, oh, well, we need to send them out of there because they're living in squalor. Even though their parents are like, hey, where are my kids? It's like, well, you don't need them. It's like, well, they're getting a better life out west. So ship them out to the Mormons. And that's what they were doing. That's why all the kids, they just needed all that labor out there because Well, if we don't have slaves, then what do we use? We use kids. There's always an angle that those filthy Jews always worked around inside of America, and their whole thing is subvert, infiltrate, and it's like, no, after you had the 224 trying to pass that through our house, and then the whole Senate bill through Com Cotton, that fucking Schleilock. No, they all got to go. Every Jew, nope. I don't want to see them wearing stars or anything like that. No, they need to be like eviscerated, because they're the same ones that are in the courts that are running all the shit going against everything, subverting our freedoms. And they're the only ones that we can't say anything about, because if you do, you get censored and this and that. It's like, this is freedom of speech. We have liberties here. This isn't one of those that, God gave us these rights, not these filthy kikes. That's what we have to remember. These were given to us by our creator, not by a bunch of little hat fucking, foreskin munching, chicken swinging fucks that like to molest a bunch of kids all day and then run off to Israel as soon as they have a problem because, we have the law of return. No. Law of return to where? The hell?
Yeah.
So let's make that happen.
But this is what
getting back to the 4th. Like, what do you what's your thoughts on? Of course, we're not using dates or anything like that, but there's the financial system. There's all these things, right? That we did like that little count where we said, well, if we go from the 4th to election day, it's 180 days. Like, what are your?
We did that like last year, guys. Remember we were doing like July, because I have it still here on the big board. It says July 4th was like a circle. It says July 4th to July 7th last year. And then now 3.0 days. Then it's 3.0 days to July 10th, right? But from July 7th to July 4th, 2026, the 250th anniversary, the birthday, right? Yeah. It's 362 days. That's an 11, right? And 3 days from July 7th to July 10th, that's 11-3, right? That could be a bridge. So from July 4th to from July 10th last year to July 4th this year, it's 359 days, which is a 17. Because on 7/7 last year, you had BB meet up with POTUS. 7/8, the second meeting with Trump. July 6th, you had a parade in New York City. July 9th was the last day of tariff negotiation with the EU. Bong! It just all lines up. Plus, from 10/7/23, the war, to 7/7/25 is exactly 21 months. So, add 12 months on the 21, and what do you get?
33.
33 months, exactly. So please tell me who's going down and who's not. It's all numbers. It's all math. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing with the bombers, like they had the bombers take off from what's that? Which airfield? Royal Airfield in England. But they had 3 B-1Bs taken off, right? I'm like, why would they have 3? It's like, what's the code name for those B-1Bs again? The Lancers? What was Kennedy's Secret Service name? Lancer?
Wow.
I think it's not just fireworks we're going to see. I think there's going to be some people coming out. There's got to be. I mean, even the 5.5 watching the water, right? Reflecting pool is 2,030 feet long by 167 feet wide. 2030 is a 5, 167 is a 14, which is a 5. They had to drain it twice, clean it twice.
Yeah.
Theodore Roosevelt died 107 years ago. Trump says it's going to be 107 degrees on 4th of July. And then you look at the 2 CBS broadcasts, right? Right? It's Columbia broadcast system. And then you think of that poster that he put with Statue of Liberty right in the arch, right? But was it penetrating the arch? So would that be a dome? Right? So now we look at that. So you have to count 6/14, because remember, that was the fight, right? So you have to count that as a full day. And then 6:30 is a full day because that was at night, right? Remember, 6:14 was a whole all-day celebration. 6:14, you count that as day one. 6:30, 17 days. And they're both on Paramount Plus. I mean, because you had the UFC at 6:14 and then the 1776 Civics Awards on 6:30. Then you start seeing all these accounts saying something big is coming, something big is coming, something big is coming. It's like, guys, it's all in the drops. They're like, if there are people out there that are saying, oh, Q's a big psyop, it's like, at this point, it's like, there's no way.
I don't talk to those people.
And also, another 3.0, right? How many Democratic Socialists won in New York, Elisa? Was it 3? So what if the MS-13 is Marxist Socialist 13? Because that one, God, who was it? The one that won in New York, 13th. Is it districts they go by?
Yes.
And it was the chick with the crazy ass, like that kooky-eyed crazy bot. And it's like, who's voting these people in?
Yeah, well, nobody is.
But then you think about it, it's like, remember Trump's like, communism? I've been waiting for you my whole life.
Yeah, man.
And then you look at his in his background, right? When he's sitting there with the was the religious one. No, it wasn't. It was just the last one he did. It's a small one, but he's just standing there talking at the desk, at the Resolute desk, and I'm looking at the pictures behind him because I mean, devil's always in the details. It's like, oh, but there's a picture, far right side, right on the bottom, and you see all these faces covered up except one, Roy Cohn.
Oh, yeah.
Who did Roy Cohn represent back in the day?
That was during
McCarthy.
Yeah.
So Roy Cohn knew that communism was a problem. McCarthy knew communism was a problem, and they all wanted to curtail it because remember, Roy Cohn was also mixed in with the mafia, right?
Yeah.
But remember, there was that whole Jewish Italian, right? Because the Jews originally started, and then they kicked off the Italians, but the Italians were running it right. They're running it. Hey, you know what? Clean neighborhood, no crime, everything's good. It's like anybody step out of line, yeah, you get your skull cracked, because that's not how you act around women. Remember, they always walk around suits. They kept their neighborhoods in check, and it's like if. I mean, you could compare it to the HOA. You could, but it was a lot better because everybody cleaned up their stuff. You didn't have some Karen running around like, it's like you have like some mobster running around saying, "Oh, well, what the fuck is this?" Like, hey, psst.
Let me tell you something, and I'm not being a proponent for the mob, but all I'm going to say is when I went to Fordham in the Bronx, I went there for college, the Little Italy section, the Belmont section in the Bronx was the safest neighborhood in the country. You could walk, we were 19-year-old girls, you could walk around at 2 a.m, 3 a.m, no fear whatsoever, okay? You didn't have to put money in the meter.
Yep. I mean, it's, you look at it, and I mean, honestly, I'm a proponent for that because, people are like, "Oh, what's the mob?" It's like, look, man, they kept shit in check.
They weren't coming over to you and killing you.
No.
They were killing their own if they didn't. They were in a business that they chose to be in.
Remember, there's one thing that the Italians hated more than anything: drugs.
Yeah.
They hated drug trafficking. That's why you see all these other mobsters. Those are all the Jewish mobsters doing it. That's why when it started creeping over, it's like, nope, we're not poisoning our own. And that's all it was. They wanted to kill more of us. And the Italians knew it. And they were like, Absolutely not. So what if the Italian mobs are going after the Jew mobs? What if this one? I mean, we don't know. I mean, especially when it comes to mob warfare, who knows?
Right.
But they always mention, like, you know, the Gambinos and all this, all the Italians. Like, why don't we go over to the other mob? You know, the real mob, the real ones that want to kill us all. Because this mob over here, they kept shit running. You know, they're like the Robin Hood.
Well,
So
they started. I'm sorry. They started because it was the answer to those that were in charge. Like, we're not going to be basically slaves. We're going to take it into our own hands. Now, granted, there was a number of sociopaths that were in the mob. So let's not make it sound like they were all Boy Scouts.
Granted, I mean, look at our government too.
No, but I'm just saying. But the idea behind it was about not being controlled.
How did the mob make their money?
Well, you know, extortion and prostitution and I mean, eventually drugs, right?
But if you think about it, right? If you think about how Trump's doing everything now,
gambling. I'm sorry, I left.
Yeah, gambling. But also, and the gambling too. Where'd the gambling come from? That didn't come from the Italians, though. That came from the Jews and then Arnold Rothstein doing those little was it? They were called boards, like little number boards that they had way back in the day. We watched a video on it, and I'm like, so that's how they started bringing it through. And then you start with with sports, right? Then you had the mob with gambling. It's like, look at Rothstein. I mean,
Arnold Rothstein. He fixed, what was it? The
Black Sox, the White Sox World Series.
Oh, and I'll tell you another little like story. So my father grew up in a neighborhood that had a lot of mobsters, and his father, my grandfather, owned a building, and he asked. It was like, you know, you had the higher up of the mob and then the kids or the nephew or whatever it was. And he was taking the numbers in the lobby of my grandfather's building. And my grandfather told him, I don't want that going on here. I have families living here. And he was kind of rough with my grandfather, you know, and yelling at him. Anyway, I don't know if it was the father or the uncle got wind of this, came over and beat the living shit out of his own nephew because there was disrespect for an older person in the neighborhood, and said, you don't do this.
Thing is, I mentioned last night, I was like, if I were to go up to any woman and talk to these people, how they're yelling at like these illegals are doing this shit, I'm like, my mom would come back from the dead and beat the living shit out of me.
Right.
It's like, that's not how you talk to people. My dad would do it too. It's like, if I sat here and disrespected somebody and my dad was around, he'd fucking pop me fresh from. That's a parent. It's like, just because they're old doesn't mean they can't give you a backhand. There are two people in this world that are legally allowed to give you a backhand anytime. It's your mama and your daddy. Make sure you keep your chops up. It's like, but that's all. I mean, you get popped once, and I mean, respect. It's earned, not given. But sometimes you have to beat into people. I mean,
that is a lot of the problem, isn't it? Just this younger generation, it's just lack of discipline and all that. But that has been drilled out of people, isn't it? Locking up so many black men and stuff, and taking the man out, you know, whatever, take the man out of the house, and, you know, the Frankfurt School and all these things, destroying the family of all walks of life and everything, really. They have just tried everything they can to destroy society in every single way.
Honestly, take the black man out of the house, you can take the black people out of America too. I'm at that point right now. I'm totally fucking fatigued. They have look, the 14th Amendment was one thing, but this shit right now, no. You can't bring a bunch of 80 IQ having 60, 70, 80 IQ having people and then have them merge in with a high trust society and think it's going to work. Because remember, it's America, the American experiment, right? They always call it. What was the experiment? Overflow with a bunch of mud monkeys and then have them interbreed with the whites. So you're destroying the white culture. It's white suicide is what it is. And we sit here because we're compassionate, like, hey, yeah, everybody's just like, you know what? Nah, they're not like us. Just ship them all out. It's like we liked it when, Elisa was talking about, walking around Little Italy. It's like, when were those days? Remember, like in the 80s and early 90s, you could actually do that kind of stuff. And then here comes social media. And then here comes all the feminism. And, here comes, we're going to bust the glass ceiling with Hillary Clinton. It's like, the glass ceiling of what? That Standard aquarium at the Standard Hotel? Get more kids? What? Now you got the Clinton Global Initiative down in Venezuela swapping kids? The IDF's down there? Why? Well, why'd they find all that money? They found so much money down there. I mean, we're talking like there has to be millions and millions of dollars and hundreds that they found from all these high rises that fell. Built out of styrofoam, no rebar. The styrofoam one just completely blew me away. They went to the column that fell, and it was just styrofoam. They just put concrete, quick thing of concrete on the columns, and then that was it. That's why everything, none of the buildings had rebar or anything. It's like, so who built those? What, Clinton Global Initiative or what? But for some reason, Venezuela being targeted, especially after the U.S. took over Venezuela, it's like, isn't it funny that just 17 years ago, Venezuela threw Israel out of their country? Hugo Chavez did. And now we see why, screw Venezuela. It's like, wait a second. We need to rethink this whole Hugo Chavez thing too.
Yeah.
Because like my enemy is my friend. It's like if he was trying to get rid of them, it's like because they were trafficking the kids, they were stealing the kids, and he knew it. But the U.S. couldn't say anything about it because it just wasn't time. And plus, half the U.S. was doing it too. After the politicians,
Right.
all in on it because it was all greed. So it's like, well, what was given in exchange for all those hundreds? Kids? That's all they do. They go to these Central and South American places. They swipe kids. It's like even like back in the 1800s, they had 10 or 20 times more slaves in Brazil that were being run by the Jews than in North America. It's like they still do it today in Israel. They bring all these Thai nationals and all this to do all the work because, well, if they die, who cares? Whatever. But if it gets built, you're paying them pennies. And then we sit here and we subsidize all their health care, their living. That's why, they show videos and they're all out there walking down the street and just, it's like, don't they have jobs? It's like, no, they don't need jobs, right? Because they're Goyim. But yeah, that whole let's see if I can find this one. It was, what's that bookmarked? It's, and on X, if you go to any, like patriotic posts, like anybody from the government or anything like that, if you hit like on it, it has like a 250 and a ribbon. So it's not just
really?
a heart. So on some of them, if it's not patriotic, you just hit the heart. It's a heart. But if you hit ones that are patriotic, it goes like 250 ribbon. I was like, that's so cool. Just badass. It's little things, right?
Yeah.
I love it. Let's see, where is this?
So is there like a specific itinerary for tomorrow? Is it on?
Yeah. Let me pull it up here. Oh. Yeah, and oh shit, how can I do this? Holy shit, this motherfucker is a genius. Whoever Doug is, Doug, you're awesome. Doug from New Zealand just went full blown Patriot. He found the plan. Federal Reserve ending. It's post 1194. I just put it in there if you want to bring it up. U.S. Code Title 11 bankruptcy. U.S. Code Chapter 11 reorganization. Subchapter 2, the plan.
Wow.
So is the plan always bankruptcy? Yep. And who do you want to run the bankruptcy? The one person you know that speaks fluent bankruptcy because he knows the whole thing is bullshit. We already told him, it's like, hey, if you don't want me to fucking use if you don't want me to use the tax code how it's written, then change the laws. That's all. Because it's funny that everybody else enjoys these same liberties of cheating the tax man, but then you're going to come after me and say, oh, well, we want our taxes and everything like that. Well, we all check Trump, it seems, and he's clean, but now you go to Newsom, and that's where it begins. Because who does Newsom tie to in California? The Gettys.
Yeah. We've heard a lot about that place.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awful.
That is.
And I still don't think we've heard like the whole.
Oh, I'm sure we haven't.
That Stephen Kelly on X. That guy's been on top of it. I'll try to find his page because he's always getting kicked off. But that guy has been like, that is his baby, is the Getty Center.
Really?
So people want to say, oh, that guy's right. It's like, hey, man, no. When you find something that is their main focus and that's what they've been digging into for years, let the chef cook. That's when you.
Yeah.
And just it's so psychotic.
What do you think about that gold eagle Trump's put at the White House?
Oh, you mean the AI one?
The what?
Because the real one was stolen?
Didn't know that.
I didn't
Out
know
of the
that
back of a
either.
truck by Antifa and all that shit? Yep. So you put an AI one up there. It's like, but it means it's a debt-free home.
Yeah.
Golden eagle outside of a house means a debt-free home.
Yeah.
So, and you think about the timing, right? It's like, 7th month. So you go from November to July, Christmas in July, right? Well, what day did Christmas fall on, right? 25th, right? That'd be Saturday, right? Well, 24th falls on a Friday. That's Dina's birthday. Well, isn't it funny that that's a day out of time? Now, think about the plate that was on the DeLorean in Back to the Future. What did the plate say? Out of time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Day of days, right? Just got to go with the day out of time. What's the one neutral day in the whole calendar? That's it. Nicholas Roerich, it's the 3.0. Mount Shambhala ties to FDR. Fucking shit's going to be nuttier than school shit, I'll tell you that much.
I'm excited about this weekend. You guys must be buzzing over there. It's not quite as exciting for us here, but
Bro, it should be.
No, what I mean
I
is,
think
what I mean is here in UK's
Yeah.
in general, because most people haven't got a clue and don't even look at America,
Right,
But
right.
yeah, I am. But
But remember, the world is watching, the world is here, right? Where is the world right now? It's in America for the
Yeah.
World Cup,
Yeah.
right? So everybody from all these other countries, remember? Everybody from all these other countries like, oh, fuck America. Just like we're told, oh, fuck China. But you go to these places and they're gorgeous. It's like, wait,
Right.
we've been lied to about them too. Then they come here and they're like, we've been lied to about Americans.
I'm seeing hundreds of videos of people going, "Oh my
Hundreds.
god!" Talking about the food and the drinks and the the people, and you're seeing all these
Is it the ranch dressing?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yeah. people taking it home and buying suitcases to take it home.
It's like, guys, they sell that in packets. You could just put the packets in your luggage, and you can make it at home. So you don't have to put the 3 ounces and all.
Right, right.
Stacks of it in their carry-ons. I was like,
It's
what?
pretty ridiculous.
It's
Yeah,
like-
it's funny.
But the thing is, they're like, oh, the portion size, like, we're the wise Europeans. You guys, we would kill for your food.
Exactly.
Just saying. If you think the portion size and drinks, it's like also look around you at the obesity.
Yeah.
And the illness.
Yes.
I mean, you go to Europe and you eat the same things, quote unquote, that you eat here, bread, pasta. You don't get sick.
Fresh.
You don't get sick. You're not bloated. No, we're being
You've got so many
poisoned.
more ingredients and the same products over there.
I think the number is like 1,300 or 1,700 ingredients that are banned in Europe that aren't banned here.
They will be.
That's why we need more Italians, right? Because Italian cooking, they don't use that shit. They don't use. It's like, look, man, if it ain't fresh, it's like, hey, you know, if there's one group of people that, I mean, I love it.
I went to Italy about 25 years ago. I went to Lake Garda, and we were eating out, obviously, and stuff. But the food was, the basil leaves are like this. You know what I mean? And just the smell of the food coming out, and
yeah. And this goes right to the banking too, right? So Trump posted this. It says, been a long time coming. 17 hours ago, by the way, America Eras Tour, right? So just like Taylor Swift, right? The Swift system. Post 34, huh?
It's what we're waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, over the next several days, because you have 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Those are the same days that they held that
funnily enough, that was posted 7 days ago as well.
Yep. And that thing in Israel, I'm like, that's just so awesome. And he always puts that that ironworker picture right there, the lunch top, the skyscraper. Been seeing that a lot lately too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, let's see, there was something else in here that's just.
Let's take a few of these off.
Let's see. Let's see.
Where's all this stuff going to be held? Is it in DC?
Today is in. Well, they had the whole 10 days celebration in DC, right? Because it started on 6/14. Well, 6/24 to the 4th. Right, so it's 10. So it's going on DC today, tomorrow. But tomorrow's is in DC. Today's is in Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Oh, of course it is, yes.
And that's the thing. It's like they had that. What was the? Is it the Norwegian team that they're on Times Square doing the big rowing thing? Like they were all in all Times Square, and they were all on the ground, and they were like doing this massive row, like their whole soccer thing. It's like, but there's something odd about this.
Well,
isn't next year supposed to be the Olympics?
Yeah, that's Norway.
Is it Norway?
Yeah, that's Norway strip, yeah. Classic.
You get a bunch of white people together, that's what you end up doing.
Well, it's like the Icelanders all standing and going, oh, can't do it. I fell off my mountain bike today.
Oh man.
Done that.
That's what you get for exercising.
Yeah, you're right.
So just to answer your question, Stu, it looks like depending on where you are in the country, there's a bunch of stuff like up here in New York. There's apparently there's going to be the International Tall Ship Sale, multiple new Times Square ball drops, televised party across America starting at the America 250 headquarters. Then we've got, stuff in Jersey City, Washington, D.C. They're hosting a heavily secured 4th of July in history, massive fireworks, 17 plane flyover on the National Mall, and an evening speech by President Trump at Rushmore. There's just a lot. You could just kind of type that in.
So is it a national holiday all weekend?
Yep.
Well, yes, it's a holiday weekend. Yes, but tomorrow's
just
holiday.
2 days.
Yep, it's a banking holiday weekend. Yep.
Bank, right, okay. So is everyone back at work on Monday? Or is Monday off?
No, Monday's a regular day.
Right, okay. And today? Is this a regular day as well?
Yes.
No, today's a banking holiday.
Oh, is it? I
It's
wasn't
the
even aware of that.
Yeah, it's the observed holiday. Whenever it falls on a Saturday.
Oh, it's the Friday.
Friday, and then Sunday, it's the
Monday.
It's like
Okay, so
today, thing,
So that is, on top of that, 3 days that the banks will be shut as well, which we've been looking forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And what was it? It was I put another one in there.
Yeah, I was just saying that.
And I found it weird that they were doing that in Atlanta, and they said they're doing it at O'Hare too. And this is at Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport, ATL.
Fuck yeah. What the fuck?
Now,
so what's going on there?
So when you look at post 365, it says like ATL, IAD, private operated plane operation, extraction, known all this. But if they're doing that, right, it's the start of revolution, Francis Scott Key, Star Spangled Banner. So you start like going through everything throughout history, right? And it's like, shall we play a game? Map is critical to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Future locks past, declass Atlanta past. But then ATL, and then it says that there is says ATL arrow to IAD, right? So what if ATL means that like they switch over to ATL is going to mean IAD further in this post? Because when you scroll down, then it says right there, classified op IAD future. But it just said above that ATL was IAD. So is this classified op IAD meaning ATL? And then doing the fireworks. You can't say it's not a boom week. I mean, and everything. And then not to mention tomorrow we get to celebrate the 50th anniversary of somebody ended up fucking dead. Jonathan Netanyahu. He was killed in the whole Entebbe raid on July 4th, 1976. Another reason to celebrate. So we wouldn't have terrorism if we didn't have Bibi and his bullshit in 1979. Because what excuse did they give us? I don't know. When they started teaching over in Israel in 1962 about the Holocaust. Because nowhere before then was that even mentioned. So 1962 was when they started teaching about the Holocaust, because fucking Kennedy didn't mention anything about it. Kind of weird. Then you look at that. Then you look, they needed something to steamroll, right? So get rid of Kennedy, because Kennedy didn't want anything to do with the Jews. Remember, he's like, hey, you guys got to bring the Palestinians back. Now, seems like there's some infighting right now with the whole Turkey thing, with Israel saying, "Oh, we're gonna go into Turkey and all this." Well, like I said before, you know what? Let me find it. Let me find it. It's saved. Let's see. Oh, here you go. Here you go, my man. Here is the. Okay, now this is all Eastern time, Stu. So that is an updated flyover schedule for the 4th of July. It's not funny that at 1:14 p.m.
That's
that
11.4.
F5 flyover. Yeah, 114 actionable. Yeah, weird. But I don't see the F47 up there, huh? Or anything else. I mean, there's probably going to be some, special things. But yeah, that's the thing with Turkey. Because now you have Turkey and we just listened to that last night, Tina and I. But now you have, oh shit, let me see. Let me bring it back.
Look at this one here. This one stands out to me. Huge one flyover led by the newly renovated Air Force One. And that's at 7:17, obviously. The clues are there.
Yep. And that's 1917 in military time. Who was born in 1917? May 29th. JFK.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh? Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's I think it's X. I saved it. Or was it? No.
That's one thing.
Let's see.
So what time are you going live again for the next 2 days?
3:00 today, Central,
Mm-hmm.
and then noon tomorrow,
Central. Okay.
So that it gives us like a couple minute buffer to, and then we'll just go right into that because, man, I can't wait to see these because. And then you have, just to fly 7 hours of flyovers, and then not to mention they're doing all these other flyovers over all these areas within the states. It's like, is the military tell us that they're taking over our country in a good way? I mean, if you want another revolution, it's like, well, nothing lasts past 250. Maybe maybe 250 years in a week or something like that. It's like, yeah, we beat it. Got it by a week. We're good to go because then that lands us on 7-11. That's on a Saturday. Tear it all down because you're running two you're running two systems side by side.
Yeah.
Because now you have to see Silver. Silver took a shit, but it's like that's a dead cat bounce. Because now, remember on 8/18 last year, that's when both of them started spiking. So why not do it again this year on one of these days? And because it started going down because, well, it seems that rich people didn't have money, they didn't have access to cash. So what they have to do? They have to sell off silver. Well, if you do a massive sell off of silver, what happens to the price of silver?
It's going to plummet.
But then you gave them fake money for real silver that you could easily seize. Because now, when we went over that one article, it's the last one we did. Let me pull up for you. Let's see. And I went over this last night. It was like the last thing we went over. But there's 3 parts to this also. You definitely want to read it because it was it's by Samuel F.B. Morse, right? Foreign conspiracy against the liberties of the United States in 1835, right? Why would that be so big? Well, think about it, 13, number 1 to 17. That's a dead giveaway. But number 2, Morse code, right? We're speaking in code here. But it was exactly 13 days after the secret treaty of Verona and Samuel F.B. Morse writing under the signature Brutus. Why is that so big, right? Because remember, on the 24th, they had that crushed dive bar. They had the end of Pride Month celebration on the same night that Trump was doing that on 6/24, right? The whole, whatever that was, the concert or whatever. So the end of Pride, crush, dive, bar. C before D, there's 1 letter missing, right? If you think he's Caesar, he's going to seize everything. You need to find the Brutus. Here's the Brutus. When you read through all 3 threads of this, you're going to realize that he is talking about the secret treaty of Verona that was signed 13 years prior to this. It's exactly what he's talking about. Throughout the whole thing. Talks about the popery, but then you have to change it out, right? Because they thought it was all going to be Jesuit running everything. Tiny hats moved in. They have their magic. Then you replace it with rabbis. Then it makes a lot more sense. It's like, wow. I mean, it's... But that right under Brutus, right? Because you have Cassius, Decius, and Brutus. The 3 people, the 3 main conspirators for Caesar, right? And you think cross the Rubicon. I mean, everything's all Roman. If they're sitting here saying, oh, well, we're Jewish, we're going to defeat the Romans. Well, let's just go down all of Rome's history and let's check off the 5 good emperors, the Q1 through good Q5 and post 365. I mean, you just a year, think about it. I mean, it's right there. And then you have what is it? It's day 1,000 of the Swords of Iron War. You know, Israel's bullshit. But yeah, that thread right there, I want to read that whole book. But it's all archived in there too, so I mean, you just pull it up and
yeah,
it's that is exact. He was writing about that treaty, right? Because then what followed that was the Monroe Doctrine, right? Didn't they just mention the Monroe Doctrine? So you signing that in Versailles, what exactly did you sign at that dinner? Remember he pointed up?
Yeah.
Signed? How many times do you ever see somebody pointing up before he signs? He's never done it before.
Right.
That time. And who else was in the room? Because remember he said, oh, we had a bunch of... No. Who was in the room? So a lot of important people, it's like, no. Who? Because when we talk about important people, we've seen some of these pictures with Trump with entities that don't look like us. But the thing is that just because they don't look like us doesn't mean that they don't have caring, compassion, or anything like that. That's the thing. We always look at the best in everybody. As long as you treat us with respect, love, dignity, all that, we'll do the same to you. But there comes a time after 2,000 damn years that we have to call out for what it is. It's like we're talking about, aliens and ETs coming to attack or something like that. It's like, man, what? Cool. I'm down with that.
Bring it all on.
I mean, the thing is, it's like, well, they're not going to do anything worse than what they're doing to us now. Because the evil entities are here.
Right.
That they're in human form. That's what people don't get. That's what people will have a hard time understanding. They think all these ET, they're going to come and kill us all and enslave us. It's like, bitch, they've been doing that for fucking millennia now. They've been doing it right underneath our noses, but they kept us busy with bread, circuses, this, that, division, this, that.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
doing this.
we want to see all this evil covertly, didn't we? They've been overtly taking us down for generations. But now that's what Dark to Light is all about. This is what this Q operation is, to bring it all into the light, wake everyone up. I know it's taken a long time, but people need to understand why it's happened like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's... Oh, and then... Check this one out. I saw this one, like, motherfuckers are pulling it again, aren't they? Not like California doesn't have enough filth. So, like, LA Benefits show tickets for $17.17. Chris Stapleton, Smashing Pumpkins, special guest by Shaka Khan, and it's hosted by Queen Latifah. So please tell me that that's like anything good, right? Queen Latifah, big time witch. You got the Shaka Khan. It's like, why? LA Benefits show? Benefit for what? I mean, didn't you guys just have that fire thing? And you took all the money from that? Jen Newsom, right? Why are you charging people $17.76 for? And remember, they didn't want to play. So why isn't Stapleton playing Trump's thing? If he's so fucking American, right? Why is he out in LA celebrating with all the witches? Little food for thought there. People think, oh, Chris Stapleton, they're all evil, guys. All of them, down to that fucking that. What's his name? What's that fat fuck that turned skinny? That's got the fucking tattooed cross on his face and all that jelly roll. Fuck all of them. They're all Satanists. They all got there because you don't get there just, oh, he's such a great artist. And, it's like anytime you're on any of that shit, just like Derek Johnson, the whole, Billboard, it's like, okay, whose dick you suck, bro? We're just asking. Because how is it that you did this, you went to Alabama, you did this, and everybody's like, oh, people should listen to him. It's like, you fucking people need to look into him. Like that Ricardo Bosi, and it's like he's blowing Derek. It's like, dude, you got fucking issues. Big time issues. And look at all the people, all the companies, huh? Yeah, all the companies want to kill us. General Mills, it's all just, why not, right?
I'll tell you who's got big time issues. Harry the Healer.
Yeah, and then there was no, I got it here because I remember I was watching here. Wait.
Jay, just so you know, I have a meeting at 2 that I need to leave for. I could kind of love you guys and leave you. I don't know if you want to wrap up.
Oh, we can wrap it up. Oh, but also, have you guys looked at that? There's this page, Canary in the Coal Mine.
Okay.
On X. Holy shit! I want to know who this person is or who these people are. Their posts. Like, I'll put this one in here. In the chat, it's like a 47-minute video, and they go back to the majestic disclosure documents that we went over. Well, we didn't even go over. I mean, it's so massive. It's like there's like what I think it's a total like 746 pages after both editions because it ended on 17. And then the second edition, because the index, the table of contents only went to page 8, right? And then it started. Well, in version 2, they added a couple more pages for the table of contents, pages 9 through 11. And all I could say is, like, going through some of that, I'm like, this is so massive. Because it was the DIA, I believe, that re-released it, and they put all this new stuff in it. It's I'll try to find a link in it, But yeah, though that page right there, heaven sent. I mean, heaven sent. I mean, there's a lot of reading because they'll put like video clips and all that, and they'll say like version 2 majestic messages of disclosure, and they'll actually like go through the parts of it. Like we did one, it was like 15 minutes, but it took us like an hour and a half to get through because, you know, every time someone come up, we'd read it.
Yeah.
Because it's like you read it and then discuss a little bit and then we go on because because when does a bird sing, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
Yeah, that looks amazing. I'm going to save that.
because a canary in a coal mine will sing unless there's gas and then they're dead.
Then they're dead, right?
I mean, it's...
Wow.
But yeah, seeing that one, that Podesta, that I think her name's Amy Podesta or something like that. Can start with an A.
Amazing.
The woman that wore a wire. I mean, and this was years ago they did it. It wasn't recently. It was like somebody's last term. They did it. So it's like they can't say, oh, Trump's doing this. Trump's doing it. It's like it wasn't.
Right.
But plausible deniability, right? It's like
it's coming, people.
And that's the thing. When they said that we infiltrated every group, they literally mean every group.
Yeah.
So you think it's like deals made, strings cut, and you think of her wearing a wire. It's like now, when that came out, a lot of people are going to be shitting their pants. You have James Dolan stepping away from the Rangers. Now it's like, kind of odd timing. And then you have that whole wedding tomorrow in New York, I guess. Madison Square Gardens.
What wedding? Really?
Yeah,
This funeral.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are getting married in New York, right?
Oh, are they?
Wow, imagine having all those demons in one area. Because, you know, like average people can't go to a wedding like that, right? It would all be the higher ups, right? And then he puts that thing about Taylor Swift and the Eras tour. Why did he put the picture of the ironworkers sitting on a beam in New York City in the top left-hand corner? What's the wedding? Go for green, huh? I mean,
exciting, eh? Listen, you guys, you're going to have a fantastic weekend over there, and I'm going to be watching with very keen interest from over here. And then let's really hope some shit goes down, and then we'll discuss it in a couple of weeks. Or if it all goes down, I'm coming over there, and we can go and have a beer about it.
hell yeah! But that thing, it's like this isn't just a party for America. This is a party for the world because this is the end of their domination of the old guard, of every bit of that. When you read that thing about, you know, by Samuel Morse, it's like, holy shit. And that was the first time I read it, was on live last night, and I was like, Alexis Podesta, right? Just like Alex Soros, Alexis Podesta.
That is kind of crazy.
Oh, it's an AP. 16 plus 1 is?
Well, listen, it's a shame most of the world is not going to be watching this, but they're going to have a sharp wake up sooner or later, aren't they? So, you know.
Oh, I think the whole world will be watching this. I mean, because you have Japan. Japan's lighting up all their stuff in red, white, and blue. It's like every country's doing it because it's like, hey, because 250, it's like, hey, you know, and Trump went over and made all the deals like, hey, man, we're making nice with everybody. Make sure everybody's debt paid off, because once the gold eagle's on the White House, if that's a debt-free house, a clean house is necessary, everybody else's house is clean too, because you get rid of the fake fictitious system, nobody else is in debt.
Right.
Because he who has the gold makes the rules. So if Trump has the gold, makes the rules, Are we ready for a benevolent dictatorship? I sure as hell am. I'm down with it.
So am I.
Like, benevolent dictatorship's just like running a mob. It's like, hey, you know, everybody's cool, everybody's nice, everything works. High trust society, you know, still.
Yeah.
Well,
It will be interesting. I'm particularly interested in the financial aspect just of late, just to see what does happen.
oh, the silver. I mean, because there were some articles about silver too, and that some about like the silver you have. Like, I don't know how true this is, but it does sound like solid. So you go to a credit union, and you would like take in your silver, but you wouldn't sell it. It'd be collateral. So you have a massive line of credit when it all goes up without selling it. Because if you turn around and sold it, you're like, well, you don't have it anymore.
Yes.
In credit unions, you retain possession because that is a hard asset. You're borrowing against your hard asset.
Like a home equity line of credit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you already have the credit
Yes.
on you.
Yes. Crazy.
It's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Well, say hi to Dina, and we'll see how the next 24 hours progress.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be fun. So, yeah, we'll be on, all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And also, if today, you got to love this, right? So, if today's episode 17, right?
Yeah.
Just so happens that Sunday's episode on July 5th, which would have been Chella's birthday, which is Chella's birthday, but her first, birthday in heaven.
Yeah.
It's show 395 for us.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
Which is also a 17, which just happens to be the first union that I was in when I was an iron worker. And look up in the left-hand corner of Trump's little thing, because that's in New York City.
Yeah.
All lining up.
But I just asked myself, it's like, okay, that's a cool picture, but it's like, who built everything else below him? Just asking. Because if that was done in the 10s and 20s, it's like, well, who did all that? And is that picture even real? Because a lot of pictures, we have real ones we took, but no, not that. Yeah. Because this AI that's been worked, because the AI is Satan. I mean, but I think that great solar flash will take out all of the evil AI.
Well, we shall see, right?
Yeah.
Amen.
We shall see. Love you, Jay.
Love you too, guys.
Sending love to Dina, too.
I definitely will.
Okay.
All right. You guys will see you in 4 hours.
All
right.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks, if not before.
Yep.
All right.
Well, in 2 hours, we'll be on. All right. Love you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
As soon as you give politicians power, any kind of power that didn't exist previously, if they can figure out a way to force you into carrying something that lets you enter businesses or lets you do this or lets businesses open, historically, they are not going to give that power up. They find new reasons to use it.
I'll be back.
We have to protect those freedoms at all costs, whether you agree with people's choices or not, because it is the foundation that this country was founded on. Freedom. This idea of freedom, there's so many people that think it's frivolous, it's not important, it's not the main thing that we should be focused on, but it is the literal structure that allows this country to be so fucking amazing. Every single country that's ever existed other than the United States, up until 1776, every fucking country that has ever existed was run by dictators. All of them. This is the first experiment in self-government that actually worked, and it created the greatest superpower the world's ever known. It created the greatest cultural machine, the greatest machine of art and creativity and innovation right fucking here. And how did it do that? It did it through freedom. And as soon as you see something, anything that comes along and inhibits your freedom, you should be very cautious of that thing. You should be very suspicious. Because anything that comes along that can inhibit your freedom is, by definition, anti-American.